Despite all the inroads that Russian troops are reported to be making in the Ukrainian defense, its army seems to be suffering massive soldier fatalities on the battlefield. The New York Times is reporting that May was particularly deadly for the Russian army in Ukraine. It says that according to U.S., British, and other Western intelligence agencies, more than 1,000 of Russian soldiers were injured or killed each day. The report adds that despite its losses, Russia is recruiting 25,000 to 30,000 new soldiers a month. U.S. officials say that this has allowed the Russian army to keep sending waves after wave of troops to Ukrainian defenses, hoping to overwhelm them and break through the trench lines. The article notes that this approach has proved effective at times, bringing the Russian army victories in many places like Bakhmut, eastern Ukraine. But Ukrainian and Western officials say that the tactics have been less successful this spring as Russia tried to take land near the city of Kharkiv. American officials say that Russia achieved a critical objective of President Vladimir Putin's, and that's creating a buffer zone along the border to make it more difficult for the Ukrainians to strike into the country. But the drive did not threaten Kharkiv and was ultimately stopped by Ukrainian defenses. The article also notes that while Russian casualties have spiked at other times, especially during the assault on Avdiivka and Bakhmut, but the assaults on those cities were spread out over several months. The push in May, both outside of Kharkiv and along the Eastern Front, involved more intense periods of Russian wave attacks. British military intelligence analysts said that Russia's casualties in May, which they put at an average of 1,200 a day, were the highest since the war began. Russian soldiers have said on Telegram, the social media platform, that their units are suffering high casualties, and some say that their ranks are being cut down by drones, machine gun fire, and artillery barrages. The New York Times says that Russia's use of infantry and wave attacks reflects one of its advantages in the war. Its population is much larger than Ukraine, given its bigger pool of potential recruits. But the casualties have forced Russia to ship new recruits to Ukraine relatively quickly, meaning the soldiers sent to the front lines are poorly trained.
Соответственно, с указом президента от 21 сентября в ходе частичного...
Да. Уровень 30.03.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.